Meta, Apple, Alphabet, Microsoft, they're all up significantly since the Silicon Valley Bank collapse just 2 weeks ago. Joining us right now with more on the sector is Ann Winblad. She is founding partner of Hummer Winblad Venture Partners. And Ann, it's great to see you. Good voice to have on to talk about what's happening in technology. Do you think that technology continues to be a safe haven?
Well, it's hard to know if anything's a safe haven right now, but and it's good to be talking about something comforting like technology today. I do think that we are in a great innovation cycle, and that usually leads to future growth for many of these companies, especially the leading tech companies, Microsoft, Google, NVIDIA, Apple, amongst others.
And I guess it's been a place for people to hide out, but you're right. If these are bigger problems, then does it bleed over into other sectors, including technology? And I guess you have to be thinking about that, too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is all the customer bats last in all of these examples. And these companies don't make money by just creating technology. They create value for customers. So if there is a worldwide recession, it does affect everybody. At the same time, I think these companies have very conservative outlooks. They've all trimmed the fat out of their organizations, and they're all in a big innovation cycle, at least the leading companies are.
And what do you think about all of this talk about AI? I have trouble trying to sort out what's real in this, what's the chaff that gets kind of separated aside, how much of this is something that can really be put to good work, and how much of it is hype on other levels. Where do you kind of make your decisions on those questions?
Well, there's certainly a lot of euphoria about generative AI right now, and much of that euphoria can be taken as truth. Some of the examples are already in process. If we look at what Microsoft is doing with OpenAI, and their examples of using AI to co-pilot things, they've been working with their code creation tools with AI for some time, and that's already settled into the development community, where they see increased productivity there. If you're using ChatGPT, you've already discovered you can write Excel macros faster there than just going back to Excel yourself. So you are already using a co-pilot. We're seeing innovation across the vertical sectors. Khan Academy, a leader in K-12 education, announced in ChatGPT co-pilot for training in mathematics. So we're already seeing this bleed into applications, and users are able to test it out themselves, and they are by the millions. So there is a lot of reality here. The work that Microsoft's done with OpenAI, and OpenAI is not a company that was created last year. It's had quite a bit of work behind the scenes. So generative AI is real. The euphoria gets a little crazy here, so there is a bit of overfunding for startups in this segment, but we will see some new companies being created here as well. It also has created new table stakes for other companies in AI. Google has pushed Bard forward. You'll see more innovation in the space with Amazon as well and their partners. Partnerships are being built across the ecosystem, either with OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, or Amazon. So we really are seeing the next generation beyond cloud computing with generative AI.
And you're a long-term shareholder of lots of these companies, but price still matters. And when you see the safe haven that they've been over the last couple of weeks, prices getting pushed up there, is that a time that you'd be a buyer of some of these stocks, or would you kind of wait and see what happens over the next few weeks and months, especially with questions about the economy?
Well, I think right now is the time to pick companies, not stocks, and be a long-term holder. There are a few companies where the euphoria has gotten a little out of hand. Maybe NVIDIA is one of them. But at the same time, they're a centerpiece of this generative AI economy. At the same time, Microsoft, the stock is nearing 52-week highs, but the stock has been higher, and the company is really in great footing across all of the applications that they have in-house that can use this technology, as well as their ability to put it in their cloud technology itself. So I think if you look at, is there more value these companies can bring to customers versus just price control? Is there more innovation ahead that is not priced into these stocks? Is there an opportunity for these companies to navigate rough times, and have they done that before? You see some of these company leaders like Microsoft, and NVIDIA is a really good example, that have been around a long time, and they continue to lead in innovation and to manage through crisis.